AM 540 KWMT. Paul Ream here with you. It's Feed the Farmer Day, and Cody Frey is with me from Creston Livestock Market. He owns CLA, Creston Livestock Auction. The names are interchangeable. And along with Kurt and Heather Sporletter, Kurt also owns Unionville Livestock, and you hear him on KWMT as well. Cody, welcome. Thanks for sponsoring Feed the Farmer today.
Paul, thanks for having us today, and thanks for everything you guys do for us and reaching a large customer base for us.
You know, speaking of your customer base, Cody, let's talk about, so many of your offerings come from people right there in your local area, correct? I mean in the region, but a number of them, especially like the Nichols influenced livestock, come from right there in your area.
Yes, sir, Paul. We probably reach out kind of an 85 mile radius is what I would say primarily. Talking about your Nichols deal, next week we'll have a deal come from down by Trenton, Missouri. Just that are Nichols customers, Nichols cattle, and just feel like having Nichols cattle, they get along better up in this area.
So let's let's have you look in your crystal ball here a little bit, Cody. Talk about what's been happening in the cattle industry in the last few years. I mean, things are good now. They weren't so good a few years ago. And where you see the livestock market going in the future.
Yeah, Paul. Obviously everybody's been watching. The markets are awful good. Guys are making some money. Uh, the background guys have even made quite a little money in the last few years. It's been good for everybody. As far as the consigners, they can spend a little money, upgrade some equipment, upgrade some facilities. That they've been waiting on for quite a long time and kind of hanging in there. And as far as our guys that are diversified with cattle and corn and beans, this is a time that it shows that that diversity is sure helped them guys. The cattle are hanging the farm in there right now, and the guys that are strictly row crop, things are getting a little tougher for.
You know, Cody, the age demographic of cattle growers in your area, is that changing at all?
You know, uh, it'd sure be nice to see a lot more younger guys be able to get into this deal and come back to the farm and raise some cattle. And don't get me wrong, we got some younger guys coming back and getting into it, but a large majority of our customer base would probably be 60 years plus.
And what will it take to? I mean, is it because it's hard to get into the cattle industry when you're a young man? Tell me what it will take to get younger cattle growers into play.
I think you're seeing the biggest thing right now is profitability. Guys are starting to make some money on the cattle. The cattle, it'll be cool to have cows again, I guess. Where they can make a little money at it, and the other thing is the ground and the cattle are costing enough that they've got to have a dad or a grandpa kind of help them get into it. Either that or have another source of income to kind of help them.
So you have specials listed on your website, CrestonLivestock.com. Um, it's slowing down now, but you'll be back in play in August with your barbecue sale, correct?
Now, now next Wednesday we'll have 1,700, 1,800 cattle, June the 4th. And then yes, it'll start to slow down for us. We'll go to every other week here at the market. And then we will come back there in August. I think it's like the 21st or something like that with our big customer appreciation barbecue sale. Have a lot of yearlings that day.
You know, a lot of our listeners, Cody, remember your dad and the commercials that he did on KWMT and doing business with him, Tom Fry, and so the Creston livestock market has been in your family for quite some time now.
Yeah, it'll be 26 years in June.
That's crazy.
Yep.
And what you and the spore leaders have owned it for 5 6 years, something like that.
Yes, sir. We bought it in 2019, May of 2019. Had our first sale June the 13th.
And give us a little bit of history on the market there.
I've got I don't know how long the market's been here. I've got ads here in my office from 1958. As far back as I've dated it, I guess is that ad. And then we also Dad bought it from the Myers family, bought it from Carol. Dick and Carol ran it for a long time, and they bought it in '99 from Carol.
Well, it's an important business in the Creston area, and you and the support leaders are doing a fantastic job with the Creston Livestock Market. If you're watching this online, the contact information is there at the bottom of the page, and of course, you can always call Cody at the market, 641-782-7025, right?
That's exactly right.
I like how you do it better. So
Yeah.
thanks again for sponsoring Feed the Farmer today, Cody, and we'll look forward to continuing on with you and getting the word out to the people about your sales when they're upcoming, and you'll be on next week talking about the sale there on June 4th. So
Absolutely will. We appreciate everything you guys do for us, Paul, and you're wonderful, wonderful to work with and put up with us all the time.
all right, Feed the Farmer, KWMT with Cody Frey at Creston Livestock Market. Paul Ream reporting for KWMT.